Hello, this is Salamander Ninja, and I'm now going to show you how to do the challenge for the Swarm in Starcraft 2 without losing any units in any of the rounds. Okay, round 1, and we'll be fighting reverse order, 8 Void Rays, 1 Immortal, and 5 Colossi. Now this is, I think, the most difficult. It's very easy to complete with enough surviving to still get gold, but it's very difficult to get flawless on it. And I'm dividing my troops in a way which you really wouldn't otherwise want to do. That Ultralist goes up there because you need those Zerglings to survive, and if you have a Zergling on their own, then I couldn't manage to keep any less than 2 of them dying. Push your Ultralisks up right next against the barrier. There's no point burrowing because it takes so long to get back up that you haven't really gained anything. And you push those up against the barrier as well because you want to spread them as thin as possible so it's possible for ones that get hurt to back out without being blocked by others, as well as making it easier for a lot of them to attack at once. So this is me attacking, well, not attacking, just pushing them up against the wall for a while. And then that's finally done. And put the Infestor right up there so that you can put some infested Terrans right up next to it. And we're starting. Now you need to be very careful. If any get below about 150, set them to burrow because they'll take so long to burrow that if they're below 150, then they'll die before they finish. And they're up quite close, but none are dead. And this part is very easy. All you just need to do is select them all, wait until it's a bit closer, and attack, and then just let it handle it. The Immortal will come nowhere near to killing the Ultralisk, and it will stay on the Ultralisk rather than attacking the Zerglings. Set this to put down as many infested Terrans as close as possible so that the Void Rays really stick to it, because if they don't, then some may die, and if any get too damaged, then try and pull them out, albeit on this I didn't even need to. And that's round 1 done. Round 2, in reverse order, 9 of those things, can't remember their name, 5 Void Rays, and a bunch of Zealots. Set your Ultralists to go up to the whatever they're called, sorry I can't remember their name. So set to those to go in the directions I showed you there. The Infestor needs to stay a bit behind because you don't want it to get attacked, and needs to be up there so that the infested Terrans can act as a bit of a meat shield. You'll just be using these to kite, so don't need to borrow anything. Set it up as close as possible so you have enough space to move. And I borrow these, albeit I don't know if that's really necessary or not. Round 2 is probably the easiest round. None of them are particularly difficult. Just run around, fall back, shoot a bit more, fall back, shoot a bit more. I'm not especially good at this, but if I can do it, then you should be able to do it as well. As I'm running back here, I believe one of them gets caught. Yes. One of those gets caught, one of the roaches gets caught up there, but good job they didn't attack it, because otherwise it would have died very quickly. If one gets very low, then you can quickly try and burrow it, but that takes quite a while and you need to be quite active in moving them back to survive, so it's probably not necessary anyway. And then once there's only a few alive, you don't really need to move anymore, because they'll all die before they can really do anything. And then they're dead. Put all the infested Terrans there, so that the Void Rays attack those instead. And then set those to attack. Make sure you focus fire, because otherwise they'll take so long to die that some of yours will die, and if someone gets too low in their health, then move them back. And with your Ultralists, just wait until they get closer, and then when they're almost level with you, come up and focus fire. Well, actually, I don't believe you need to focus fire, they die very quickly anyway. Just watch their health, make sure if one goes too low, then burrow it. If one gets low enough to burrow, then you probably don't need to bring the other one down at all, because so many will be dead by then that they can't do anything. And that is round 2 done, still no deaths. And round 3. All of those, whatever they're called, I can't remember. And for this, you'll need 4 over there. Usually you do it with 5, but really it's not necessary to have 5 of those at all, because they handle it very, very easily, even with 4. Set the Ultralist as a sort of a shield. Bring the roaches behind it to range attack. And bring those up just behind it so that they don't get killed. Put the Broodlords in a row so that they can all attack effectively at once. And we're ready, so we start. You can just leave your Broodlords to attack by their own. They will pretty much not take any damage whatsoever throughout the entire time. You really need to do nothing. I've got a bit of sound distortion going on here, probably Fraps to blame. And then, having done nothing, you've easily won, without any of your units really taking any damage. This one's also not particularly difficult. Hopefully only the infested Terrans and your Ultralists will take any real damage. And so you just need to get everyone to attack effectively and select your Ultralisks and make sure none of them drop in HP. Here I've got some heavy frame rate loss. I'm probably because of the recording, and I believe it's alright from now on. And there, didn't even need to borrow any of them. Actually no, I did borrow one, but I didn't need to. You don't want one sticking out more than the others, otherwise they get focus fired and killed quite quickly. And like with a previous air battle, you just need to make sure you've got them selected. If one gets too low in health, bring them back so they don't die. and continue attacking. And there, 3 out of 3, no deaths, thank you. And stay tuned for more Starcraft videos.